Hey guys, so I am here with Sage of SoundsGoodStereo, and Sage has been working on and finished this incredible demo vehicle that we have behind us. First of all, give me the year, make, and model.
It's a 96 Honda Accord Station Wagon.
All right, so this thing is completely decked out with what brands of gear?
Sony head unit, and all Mosconi Gladen.
All Mosconi Gladen. So
Yes.
We're gonna show you guys all the details. Let's head on over to the rear of the vehicle.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
All right, guys, so here it is. Look at this. What do we got going on here, Sage?
All right, so for sub bass in the rear, we have 12 8-inch subwoofers. They're the Gladen Audio RSX 8's.
Nice.
And they're in a sealed enclosure. And then up top here, we have 4 of the 8 amplifiers that are in the vehicle. These are all Mosconi 210 amplifiers. So they're 2-channel Class ABs. So 3 of them run the 8-inch subs in the rear. Actually, this runs the 13th 8 in the center of the dash.
Oh, we got a sub up front.
We have 13 8s.
13 8s total. And okay, so you said 8 amplifiers total. Obviously, we see the 4 here. What are the additional 4? You said 8 total, correct?
So yes, so right up here on the bridge, there are 4 amplifiers. These are all running the subwoofers in the vehicle.
Yep.
Behind the seats, we have 2 more 210s, a 410 and a 430. So the 430 runs the 3s and tweets in the front, 210 on the left door, 210 on the right door, and then a 410 running the rears.
Now, I want to jump in really quick here now that I'm editing this video and tell you guys a little bit more about the amplifiers that Sage is using in this build. These are the Mosconi Pro Series from our show sponsor, Mosconi America. If your goal for your next car audio system is ultimate sound quality and you want to try out using a Class AB design, you're going to want to take a look at these. There's currently 6 different configurations of amplifier in the Pro line, and here I have the Pro 530. This is a 5-channel amplifier, but what's unique right off the bat is this mixes Class AB and Class D technology. You're going to have the sound quality advantages of Class AB on the first 4 channels, and then you're going to have the efficiency advantages of Class D on the mono subwoofer channel. Even more unique, the 4 channels have what is called an asymmetrical power output. This allows you to power rear fill with the lower powered channels and provide more power up front for the front speakers. Or this can be used for other configurations like powering active tweeters with the channels with less output and larger drivers with more power handling with the larger. The asymmetrical power output is a feature that is found on a few of the different configurations within the lineup, so you can use it to your advantage depending on your system configuration. To learn more about the Mosconi Pro line of amplifiers and find a dealer near you, check out the links down in the video description. Let's get back into this build review. So obviously a ton of custom fabrication up front too that we're gonna go check out in a second, but I wanna talk to you a little bit more about this custom enclosure. So first of all, how many cubic feet of air volume are we talking here?
It's right around 6 cubic feet sealed.
Okay. And man, like for the height there, you wouldn't think that, but you were telling me about how you went.
Yeah, so it goes all the way basically down to the bottom of the bumper. That's a factory well. So we fiberglassed actually directly to the vehicle.
Right.
It's not removable.
Nice.
So it's all made out of 3/4. It's a double 3/4 baffle with all the subs countersunk. And then there's bracing that runs down the middle. It's all open, one common chamber, because the floor is actually an irregular shape, so we couldn't divide it.
Gotcha.
It would separate the volumes in weird ways.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
So behind the seat are 4 more Class AB amplifiers, so there's a lot of heat created back there. So we took 5 Mosconi fans and made this little Mosconi fan system, so that sucks the hot air out of behind the seat.
That is so cool.
So
yeah,
pretty cool.
If you guys aren't familiar with the Mosconi product line, so these amplifiers, it's right here, right?
Yeah, they're right up top. So there's a red fan in each amplifier to cool down the
there. You can really see
heat
it.
sink.
So they took those same fans.
Yeah, there's red fans.
That's awesome. Because yeah, if you were just looking at that, you would think it's another amplifier,
Yeah.
but it's completely integrated, matches everything obviously in the build.
A little silver trim around to match the amplifiers.
Yeah.
Same cosmetic deal.
Man,
And then in the back here, on each side, there's actually a 80 millimeter and 25 millimeter Gladen Pro Series driver back there.
Oh, nice.
It's just for rear ambience.
And so this is custom made, of
Yeah,
course,
this is a custom.
Yeah.
I look at it as kind of like the stock
Yeah.
stock
Well,
side, but that's custom made.
That's what I was just going to say. It's always so hard to tell because you guys do such a great job with this aftermarket customization. And a lot of times you can't tell if it's factory or not, but that looks super clean.
So see it finished with grill cloth, which
Yeah.
goes throughout the whole install.
Yeah, we'll show the guy
front of the vehicle. But
for
yeah,
sure. We'll show the guys that up front.
Nice.
But so the other thing you gotta tell us about, so the distance from here to here, that's actually intentional, correct?
Yeah. So if you look at it, you open the back of the car, you're like, oh, okay, it's 12/8 sealed. But technically what we did was, we know the volume of the sealed side. We calculated the whole volume of the back of the car here, and we intentionally made this part 13.5 inches from the back seat, which tunes it to about 45 hertz, creating a large fourth order bandpass.
Kind of an open fourth order bandpass.
Exactly.
That's so
when
cool.
the hatch is open, it's completely open, but when you close the hatch, it's a fourth order bandpass.
And off camera, I've already heard it, and this thing gets down. So yeah, we'll have to show the guys for sure.
It's low and loud.
Yeah. Can you tell us, can you just give us some insight, like, was this stacked here to like create this profile?
So this is actually 1/2 inch, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. And then this line was actually put in after the fact, so we could actually wrap it.
Yeah, right.
Because it was hard to wrap. We couldn't get the wrap down all the way without getting some wrinkles in it, so we had to add this.
I gotcha. Yeah,
this little line
a
here,
transition
which actually looks great.
It actually, I think it adds to it.
Yeah, it adds to it.
It looks cool.
Oh, great. This is a factory panel. This is a factory rear wrap panel. This is a factory panel that's actually molded into this. This is all aftermarket. This is the only factory stuff back of the car.
Wow, awesome.
Yep.
I think we should head up front now.
Sure. All right, check it out.
All right, so we're in the vehicle now. Tell me about this front stage.
Okay, so the front stage consists of a 3-way system. Actually, it's a 4-way front stage. So in the middle of the dash, you can't see it, but there's a single 8-inch RSX-8 and a sealed cabinet, 0.16 cubic feet.
And that's the same model as...
Same model as the rear sub. It's facing the firewall. We actually removed the heater box, the heater core and everything here.
To get a little better
sound. For better sound.
Nice, so nice.
You can't see it, it's hidden, but it is firing toward the dash. It's purposely in that volume to have an FS about 60 hertz.
Okay.
So the front stage will play from 60 and up to 20K, and then the rear subs play 60 and down.
Gotcha, makes sense.
So it worked out great. And each door, there are 2 Gladen 6.5 Pro mid-bass drivers. This is made out of 1/4 inch ABS. Painstakingly figured out and then just bent with a little bit of body filler here on the top to match the door.
Wow.
And then the pillars, obviously 3-inch 80 millimeter Gladen Pro mid-range, and then their Pro tweeter, and these are both on the same plane firing.
Yeah, you're right
there.
I love the geometry, how everything, it looks like one kind of cohesive unit.
Kind of rolls through.
Yeah, but follows the body line.
Yeah, right.
That looks awesome. So talk to me a little bit more about the mid-bass drivers. So what did you do, like, in terms of fabrication on the door itself?
So all the OEM openings we made panels out of 1/4 inch HDPE and covered those.
Okay.
After doing a full layer of sound treatment on the baffle, and then the baffle for the drivers is also made out of 1/4 inch ABS and then Duraglassed to the shape of the door, because it's not a flat area. We had to like customize it and mold it all in, and then the actual baffles are vinyl wrapped and then bolted to the door, and then the drivers are bolted to the door. So the door panel is physically just a grill.
Yeah.
So the drivers are mounted to the factory metal. This is just a cosmetic cover-up.
Gotcha. So speaking of sound treatment, by the way, too, you were telling me what you did on the roof of this vehicle.
So a typical sound treatment, doors, floors, all the way up the firewall, underneath the dash, the whole car, and then the roof is actually curved 1/2 inch wood that's been siliconed to the metal to stop it from flexing.
Yeah, and you let me knock on the roof, and that is the most solid roof I've ever, like, everyone always does that, the sound treatment knock, and sometimes you can feel a little bit of vibration still. This is like knocking on like an M1 Abrams. It's like,
it's solid. Definitely solid. So
tell me a little bit about the source unit.
So Sony ES 10.1 inch screen, and then underneath we have the new Mosconi Gladiator controller, which does system volume. You press it, turns blue, and that's your sub level. This is fully customizable. It's one knob that does everything. You can customize the LED colors to whatever you want. Pretty awesome controller. It's new.
Yeah.
It's not released yet. So.
Oh, cool. It's always good
out here soon.
It's always good to see the latest and greatest at the MasterTech EXPO.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
And then the other thing about, I totally forgot about the LEDs, but so all the LEDs back there, they were green when we were shooting the video, but that obviously all changes.
So they're on a LED controller, so we can change whatever color we want. Around the subwoofers is RGB, and then the Mosconi emblem on the fan system is also RGB, so 2 different RGB zones. And this is also controlled through the software. So if you put this in a BMW or a Chevy truck, you can set this to any color you want to match.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Which is great.
because you want it to look like it's part of the OEM interior. Or if you want it to look like it's not, then you can do that too, right?
Exactly.
What's the other controller next to it?
That's a RCM for the future Redenza radar that's going in here, because it's a 650 horsepower turbo wagon, so we need to be protected when we're cruising down the street.
Yeah, this is awesome. Like I mentioned earlier, I've heard it already, so I'm pretty ecstatic about having another quick little demo. Just a reminder, obviously we can't do any copyright music, so I'm probably just going to kind of mute this section of the video, but I want to show you guys the acoustic energy, because needless to say, there is a lot of acoustic energy. So yeah, my consensus, simply put, that is fun.
That's pretty fun, right? You barely breathe when we turn it up.
Yeah, you can really feel it like up here in your chest. I love it.
Blurs your vision, and you can't breathe.
Dude, the front sub too, like
it's awesome.
Wow, you really feel that, like the impact. It brings the rest of the soundstage forward.
Absolutely, man.
Dude, awesome work. Well done. One of my favorite fabricators in the country right here, this guy.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Looking forward to the next build.
Absolutely, man.
If you enjoyed this build review, be sure to check out the other ones here on our channel. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about the Mosconi Pro series of amplifiers from our show sponsor, Mosconi America, you can check out the link down in the video description. A big thanks to them, along with Jerry and the rest of the Patreon membership team, for making these videos possible, and thank you guys for tuning in and watching.